Hi, so today we're going to be making some homemade oil paint from Pure Pigment Pastels that have no additives in them. So when we grind them up, we're going to get the most beautiful pure color, as well as mixing them with some safflower oil. The safflower oil is non-yellowing and fast drying, and that's really what you're looking for in a good oil to mix for an oil paint at home. Okay, so there's going to be a few different tools that you're going to want to have available. Your chalk pastels, purest that you can find. I got a little grinding plate that they use for Asian inks, and you can just grind it. That's what we're going to use today. You can also use like that muffler thing. I can never really say that correctly. And then I have a little eyedropper so that we can slowly add drops of oil to our powder as we grind it to get a nice paste. And then I also have a nice piece of marble to spread that paste on, because we're not going to be making a whole big bunch of colors at one time. As you can see, I've got a whole lot of colors going on here. Okie dokie, let's get started. All right, so we have a nice little piece of sandpaper in the box. And these are beautiful pastels. All right. And we are going to make this periwinkle color, kind of like the color of my shirt. Here is our ink grinder, and you can just wrap it into the little tray at the bottom here. And as you can see, all that powder is falling down, but we're going to be a little bit swifter about it. Let me put you in a different position. Okay, so all I'm doing here is just grinding my chalk pastel against the sandpaper. It is a 180 grit here. And we're just getting it, trying to keep it in the little pot there. I'm gonna kind of curve my sandpaper just a little bit so that it stays more on the plate. All right. Now, if I was making a lot of paint, I would obviously need a lot more color than this. But for today, this is fine, because I'm only doing a small section. Okay. You don't want to waste any of that pigment. Stuff is expensive. And you don't want to get your sandpaper dirty for the next color. That's good for now. We are going to take that eyedropper . In the bottle and get it ready. Now you don't want to accidentally spill, so we're going to be really careful here. And see how it just kind of falls onto the plate with that little ledge right at the bottom here. I have a palette knife, and you want it to be the consistency that you're looking for, whether you're looking for looser if you're starting your painting, because you want to work from thin to thick. So more oily additives, turpentine, to have about 2 drops here. Thicker pigments. And I'm just going to work that oil in. And it might take a minute to get it all ground up the way that you need it. But patience is key. 1, 2, 3 drops of oil that time. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful. And this will make a nice sheer glaze. But if you need it to be more like a paint, you just kind of judge what it is, the area that you're doing, on how much you need to grind up. We're going to need to grind up more for this. And we're just going to keep going right on this little tile here, I think. There we go. Just put a little too much. I'm going to chop that little piece up right there because I can get it smashed up more with my palette knife. You really want to be sure that you get all the chunks out of it though. Saucing, well, you might want chunky paint, who knows? I'm not here to judge. Art is art. Maybe you got something cool to do with it. And just keep mixing that around until you get the amount and the consistency that you're looking for. There we go. And see how I'm kind of smashing it into my plate here? Isn't that a beautiful color? And I can see that grit getting smoothed out as I keep pushing it down and scraping it clean. There we go. And one last one, probably a couple more times actually. You want to get all of the grit out. Believe it or not, it's actually a little bit easier when you're working with larger amounts. You just need to have more paint needed. And if you want to store this, it stores really well in the freezer. Okay, that looks beautiful. There you go. Homemade oil paint, Pure Pigment oil paint, ready to go. Okay, thanks guys for watching us make some homemade paints. I hope that that helps you at home, and please watch the next video for some more art tips. Thank you.